want to say how thankful we are for the opportunity to participate in this conference and just have the opportunity to think about our strengths and take a look at and just really have the permission to work in those strengths and to really develop them and to see how we can help others work in the same way. We're just really, really grateful and just expect to be able to invest this kind of teaching in the lives of
and I'm from a church in northern Wisconsin, and I've really enjoyed learning what my strengths are and how I can put ministry teams together capitalizing on their strengths. So I highly recommend this to anybody that just wants to grow.
And I'm a pastor of a rural church up in northern Wisconsin, and this Strengths Finder has been tremendous for us as a ministry team and as a group of people to understand who each of us are and to know how to work together and to move in one direction toward our vision and our mission. So I would totally recommend being a part of analyzing what your strengths are and
this workshop was such an incredible resource tapping into the strengths that God has blessed each one of us with. And if you have an opportunity to examine how God has created you to minister, you need to tap into that resource and take advantage of the opportunity. I strongly encourage you to attend the Strengths Workshop.
On the workshop, the Strengths Workshop by Baha Habashi, and I want to endorse it because I felt it was such a powerful workshop, a good investment of time, very efficiently packaged and delivered for busy pastors. I really resonated myself with the emphasis on strengths. I do believe that our God is a gift-giving God, and that when we exercise our gifts, our strengths, we feel most vital and alive and can rejoice in God's gifts and live out of God's gifts and exercise our gifts in the world. I think it's a very fulfilling way to look at life in ministry, and being able to identify, articulate, and then leverage our gifts in our ministry of God's kingdom work is life-giving. So I really endorse this workshop, and it would encourage you to take that, that you be strengthened in your own
I'm Shane,
strengths.
and today when we talked about just overload and how to deal with all that is work and life and craziness, I learned some really good insights on how to take care of paperwork, email, the logistics side of business, but also how you can do that and still care for the people. Because that's what it's all about in my line of work. It's caring for the people, but I have to be organized and kind of declutter some stuff to make that the most efficient. And it was a really good time.
I feel that this workshop has helped us dramatically because one of our passions, and we've lived here in Honduras for 20 years, is that the traditional church does not allow the layperson to dream and be creative and find their strengths and allow them to create ministry out of their own strengths. We feel like it's very much of the leadership of the church telling the members what to do. So this workshop has inspired us to keep pressing forward, to encourage the people to see where God has equipped them and how God has made them in His image in order to do
Strengths Workshop was a great experience for me as I desire to better understand who I am and how to fulfill God's purposes for my life. Baha and Margaret are a fantastic team who thoroughly and meticulously designed this program to be both insightful and encouraging. And I certainly would recommend it for any church leader or those in ministry who long to honor and serve God with their whole
Dear
self.
friend pastor, this is the training that you need for your life, for your family, for your church, and also for God's kingdom. That's empower you to know your strengths and how you apply it to your life. Please go forward for this training, and do not worry about anything you can leave, because you will come back more stronger, more faithful to your calling.
Just finished the seminar with Baha and Margaret, and it's probably one of the best seminars that I've ever attended. It is not only life-changing for me at an individual level, but there's going to be significant changes that I will be making as a husband, and there's going to be many significant changes I will make as a pastor as I'm leading the team and the elders board as well, because I recognize that it is important not only to know our strengths, but how to complement those strengths with spiritual gifts as well as love languages, and understand the strengths that we have and deal with the issues and people that we are called to be serving. So I would highly recommend this seminar for any pastor who is questioning, wondering if this is worth the time. It's worth every minute that you will invest in this seminar.